In his last interview to Democracy Now!, he shared some of his experiences.
Augusto Boal, you yourself were imprisoned. When? By whom?
It was in 71, exactly because in the beginning of the Theater of the Press, we were doing the first form, which was called newspaper theater, in which we as we had been persecuted by the police, by the paramilitary organizations, and persecuted really, not, we were not paranoid, but sometimes we had to go on the stage with a loaded gun in our pockets, and it was not paranoia, it was self-defense. And so the situation was so terrible. To do theater was such a risk always, to do the kind of theater in favor of the population and against the dictatorship. It was so terrible that we had to take that protection. And then, okay, during that time, they were arresting people, killing people, torturing people, and I was one of them that were arrested, and happily I'm alive.
मुझे बहुत याद आती है कि जब लास्ट 2008 में हम जब ओमाहा में इकट्ठे हुए थे तो बॉल की सालगिरह थी. सो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स ने मुझे कहा कि डू यू वांट टू टेक द पार्ट. हमने सबने कहा यस. हमने एक लंबी चेन बनाई, फूल लिए और बॉल को एक एक लफ्ज़ कहा, एक एक प्यार का लफ्ज़ कहा कि लव यू बिकॉज, और जो उसकी ज़िंदगी की अचीवमेंट्स थी कि तुम्हें नोबेल प्राइज़ के लिए नॉमिनेट किया गया, तुमने पहली किताब लिखी.
What inspired you, Augusto? How you founded the Theater of the Oppressed?
Well, always I was very much preoccupied with that because my father, he was had a bakery. And sometimes when in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, in the working quarters of Rio. And then every morning that I went to work with my father when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. And then I saw all those workers and I saw how they were oppressed. And always I was preoccupied with them. I was fascinated by how could they not rebel if they were so oppressed.
Describe what has happened since the dictatorship and how things have changed in Brazil under Lula.
Things changed. Yes, there is no more censorship. You can do anything in the theater. But during many years, it was more or less the same idea, the same ideas that prevailed from before. It started changing with Lula when he was elected. And then it really changed. Now Brazil is no longer what it was 10 years ago. That woman sitting here, there is nothing, there is us, but there is nothing behind. In the image, there is nothing behind. They are not striving for what? They cannot see what is behind them. Talk the monologue, it's not a dialogue with the other one. It's to try to say, if I am here what I thought I was, if I am here what they told me I was, if I am here what the other people from the outside saw that maybe I am, then you have to create your character.
तो 70% जो लैंग्वेज है हमारी वो बॉडी के थ्रू होती है और अगर उसमें से चीज़ें हम कम्युनिकेट करना शुरू कर दें तो देन दैट इज़ थिएटर. थिएटर ऑफ द प्रेस का जो असर था कि ये लोग जैसे मुल्तान से दूसरे शहरों से आए जिन्होंने कभी पहले थिएटर नहीं किया था, वो ना सिर्फ इसको कर रहे हैं और जो कम्युनिटी कभी समझती थी कि हम ऑप्रेस्ड हैं, विक्टिम्स हैं, अब वो समझ रहे हैं कि वो सॉल्यूशन दे सकते हैं. दे कैन एजुकेट पीपल, दे कैन टेल पीपल व्हाट दे वांट, एंड दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट है इसमें से कि लोग ना सिर्फ उस मसले को समझते हैं बल्कि ऑप्रेस्ड आज़ाद होके ऑप्रेसर को आज़ाद करने की बात करते हैं.
Augusto Boal, what do you still hope to accomplish?
I hope so many things. I hope so many things. I always say that we are always looking after a dream, and we know that a dream is a dream. But that's the function of a dream: is to be a dream. It's not to be not to get there. You have to have always a dream, and I have only one dream. Is to dream all my life. That's my only dream. I would like to go on dreaming. And if I can dream with things, I dream with solidarity among men and women, black and white, solidarity among countries and countries, solidarity and to create ethics. What we think sometimes, we don't think that there is a difference between moral and ethics. Moral is mores, it's costumes. And it was moral in this country, my country, slavery. It was moral. It was moral to buy a human being. So I'm not moralist, because I know that immoral, there are horrible things. But I am ethical. So we need to create an ethic. Ethical como ethos. In Greek, it means the tendency to some kind of perfection. And my kind of perfection is solidarity, is dialogue, is democracy, real democracy, no? Not the one that we see. That's my I want to accomplish, not to accomplish, because to accomplish is fear, not to accomplish, to go on, to go on. What reminds you of what, yes?
Maybe they
Is to stimulate the audience.
Questioned.
It is for their own issue. It is not in the generality.
He's willing to get so involved in
What a life he has. We can just dream about that. आखिर तक काम हो रहा था aesthetic of the press में. He is much more concerned on legislative theatre. वहाँ में बहुत अच्छा piece legislative theatre पे बना. इसकी discussion, debate, philosophy, dialogue. We missed a lot. He's a great man.
Augusto Boal, the legendary Brazilian political playwright and popular educator, died this weekend at the age of 78.
Let's come closer and let's talk about what's going to happen.
Artist Augusto Boal, an inspiration to all. One of us, we are brothers. Your theater power recovers. In this world, you play your part and give back people their art. And give back people their art. And give back people their art.